Guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm jumping in on a super fun VR to Tangerine Layla, the Sleepy Oracle, and she created a hashtag called Tea Topic Treat Tarot. So we have to have all of those elements in our little video. And the video is meant to be pretty short. I think she said to keep it under 10 minutes, but everybody's just, comes up with their own little topic, and we bring in a little bit of tea. So I have my Earl Grey tea here, so let me just take a sip. It is so good. And I have, I don't know if you could see floating around in there, I have a little rose petal from my rose garden, because one of my roses was getting ready to lose its petals, so I clipped it off the bush, and the petals are drying right now, and I have one of my rose petals in there. So let me show you the type of Earl Grey that I have. So one of my favorites is the Twinings Earl Grey Tea. I love Earl Grey. It's one of my favorites. I love Emperor's green tea. I love matcha green tea. I love a lot of different herbal teas and teas that I make myself because I have like a lot of herbs. But yes, definitely one of my top faves is my Earl Grey tea. And it may have been influenced by Captain Picard of Star Trek: The Next Generation, because I mean, in my heart here lies the Star Trek Enterprise. Part of this tag too is that we have to have a treat. So like, I guess kind of like eating while we do this tag, which I'm not really used to. I don't really like eat in my videos. So it's like, I don't know. I don't like to have people like watch me like chew, but I don't know. So anyway, I brought some blueberries because it is like just before 10 o'clock, so I wanted just like a little light snack, and usually my first snack of the day is blueberries. Later on we'll pull a card, and the card that I'm going to be pulling is from my White Sage Tarot, which actually just came, so I thought, hey, this video might be a nice video to kind of bust that out. Okay. So there have been a lot of different topics. Tangerine Layla was talking about her name, Tangerine, that's her real name. And she talked about a few other things. I saw Supportive Tarot. I think they were talking about authenticity. And I've seen a bunch of other videos as well, and everybody had like really good topics. And I was like, what am I going to talk about? And the dude and I were talking this morning before he left for work, and I don't have work today because today is Labor Day, so all the schools are closed. The dude just has, I think, a couple of windows to do this morning because he owns a window tinting company for like residential and commercial, not vehicle. So he's off doing that, and then he will be back. But we were talking about like food and dietary stuff, because we're always talking like nutrition and fitness, because he and I love nutrition and fitness. I love nutrition and fitness so much that I had decided to go get my personal training certification, my nutritionist certification, just because I wanted to know more. Like I'm always wanting to know more, and why things work, and what's new, and what's working, and I want to hear from like experts in their fields, and so I'm always diving deep. If something is trending, like, ooh, now everybody's gluten-free, or ooh, now everybody's this, like, I want to know why, like, where is this coming from? Is there, what science is it based in? Where did it originate? What studies have been done? How long, over a course of period of time, how long has this occurred? And I was noticing that when it comes to dietary choices, it's like, I don't know, how they always say don't talk about politics or religion at the table. Now I think it's like, don't talk about politics, religion, and nutrition at the table, which would be kind of ironic because you're eating at the table. But I think that like people get really heated when it comes to people's dietary choices, especially people who are on a prescribed diet, a medically prescribed diet, or they're doing this because they have this ailment or this disease, and it's like, and then people judge them. It's like, oh no, you should be doing this because I saw this celebrity talk about it, and I saw this like one celebrity doctor like talk about it, and it's like, people love to like push their beliefs, whether it's politics, religion, or nutrition, like onto people. And, myself, even though like I'm Little Miss like fitness nutrition, like I am the last person to be like, oh, you should be doing this, because it's like, I don't know that person's like dietary needs. I don't know their fitness level. I don't know medically what they have going on. Like I don't know any of that. So for me to be like, you should be doing this, like just seems really presumptuous of me. And so it irks me when people are very presumptuous and assume so many things about other people. I need a sip of tea on that. And I think the reason I was getting heated about this too is because a good friend of mine, my opera star friend, has had a lot of medical issues over the years. She has a heart condition. She had high cholesterol, high blood pressure, hypertension. She had a lot of things going on, and it was starting to affect her opera singing. And by the way, like, she just got her second contract with the Met. She sings all over the place. She is becoming one of the tops, like alto contraltos, and she's wonderful. But a lot of her medical issues were starting to get in the way of her opera singing, which is basically her life. Like, this is her career. This is what she does. If she doesn't have her voice and she can't physically perform on the stage, like, she's out of a job. So she, her body and her voice mean a lot to her. And so she, of course, going to the doctor. She was taking her medications, which she needed to take, but the side effects of the medications were also starting to hurt her. And she was like, something has to change. So she went to the doctor, and she was just basically like, I kind of feel like I'm dying. And after her heart episode, and now finding out that she has like a heart condition too, which was found out right about the time I found out I had a heart condition. I'm like, whoa, we linked like heart condition twins, yay. But the doctor basically put her on an anti-inflammatory diet, which was a no sugar and no grains diet. And she found it really hard at first, because she has quite the sweet tooth. She loves caffeine. She always has to have her coffee in the morning. She loves to have a little bit of red wine and things like that. She had to cut all of that out. Like, no alcohol, no caffeine, nothing with sugar in it. Like, blueberries would kind of be okay, but like an apple, which has way more sugars and carbohydrates, she wouldn't be able to have an apple. Like, it was that serious. And so she was like, my health is really serious to me, because not only is it like my lifeline for like my career and everything, but I kind of want to live a long life, And so she went on this diet. She started losing weight, actually, just cutting out these things. And she started to feel a lot better. And now that she's been on this diet for like, well, I guess now it's just like her lifestyle, but for about a year and a half, she just got off her last medication. Like, she's off all of her medications. And through this whole thing, people were upset with her. Like, people were like, oh, that's like the worst diet you could do. You need to go like all carnivore, or you need to go all vegan, or and she's like, listen, this is what the doctor put me on. She goes, I've tried so many other things, and this is the only thing that seems to be helping. And she's like, and if it's helping, great. And so, I mean, she just looks better. Like, she looks more well rested because she's sleeping better at night now. And I'm really proud of her, and I'm really like supportive of her. And she would tell me like how many people like turned their backs on her, like stopped being friends with her because of her like wanting to help herself. Like, it just seems so wrong, because they were like, oh, well, like, if you can't come out and like have mimosas with us anymore, then you're not our friend. And it's like, what? Because she wouldn't drink with people didn't want to be her friend anymore. And it was like, because like she wouldn't go out and like, you know, have whatever certain meals that she couldn't have, they didn't want to be her friends anymore. And she says people were awful. People started sending her like donuts and croissants, and they would be offended if she wouldn't eat them in front of her. Like people, like I was like, what? That is crazy. Right after she was saying, oh, you know, I can't do this anymore, but you know, it's helping me in this. I'm off this medication. They're like, oh, that's great. So they sent her donuts. And then she's like, oh, I can't have those. And they're like, so you're not going to eat them? You're not going to eat my gift? And it's like, people were awful. You know, so I get really like agitated when people try to sabotage like other people's efforts, when people judge and say you shouldn't do this and this. The dude was telling me this morning about, sorry, Logie just sprinted in a crazy head kind of way up the stairs, but how there was like some celebrity doctor or something like that. Anyway, his daughter had some sort of autoimmune disease, and the doctors couldn't figure out like quite what was wrong. Like she was constantly in pain, her joints, everything. They had her on a whole like just vegan diet for like, I don't know, like a year. Wasn't helping. Then she went like vegetarian, then she went like pescatarian, and then it was like no sugar, no grains, and then it was like keto. Nothing's working. Then they put her on a carnivore diet where she's like all meat, and like all her pain just started disappearing. And so now after like 2 years of being on the carnivore diet, she doesn't have any pain. But if she has like anything, like just a small piece of cake, like a little bit of alcohol or something like that, apparently it just like knocks her on her butt for like a month, and like she is just in the hospital. And it's just like, and so many people are like attack this guy's daughter because number one, they're in the spotlight because he's like a celebrity doctor, and they're like, oh, how dare she, you know, she should be doing this. And it's like, dude, you know, if the girl was in pain and tried everything, like every diet. Oh, Wally likes blueberries, by the way. And you know, and the only thing that helped was like this carnivore diet. I say, hey, if that helps you, great. And you've tried every possible thing, like great. But you know, so anyway, I think my rant's over because I could probably go on for a little while. Basically, I don't like people judging other people's politics, other people's nutrition choices, and other people's religions, spiritualities, personal beliefs. So that's it. So yeah, anywho, that's my rant about that. You never know what's going on with other people, like I said, you know, in their bodies, medically, you know, they have some sort of health issue, they got something's going on, and you don't know how their body reacts to certain foods. So to just go up to somebody and tell them how they should be living their life, to me, seems absurd. So anywho, we're supposed to pull a card. Let me have some more tea. Let us pull a card. What does the White Sage Tarot have to say about this? Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna have to give this a pretty good shuffle. I'm just, whatever, doing like a little drop shuffle over here. It's not really like a riffle shuffle because I'm not really bending the cards. It's more like a drop shuffle. But I just want to get them nice and mixed before I do a little side shuffle. Okay, so let's pull a card on this topic. Just a card on this topic to kind of wrap this up. Nice. Queen of Swords. You know what this little puma, who is the female version of Wally, is saying? You have to do what's right for you because, you know, if somebody has gone to the doctors, done their research, really looked into their body, their body's needs, how their body functions, how their body reacts to certain foods and certain chemical reactions, you know, everybody's bodies are unique. So you gotta do you and let people do their thing. I mean, it's okay, I think, if people like put suggestions out there, hey, have you looked into this? And if the person's like, yes, cool, you know, but don't be like, well, then I think you should be doing this. So anyway, that's it. That's my rant. I think I went over the 10 minutes, but I tried to go lower. Anywho, thank you so much, Tangerine Layla, for putting out this tag tea topic treat tarot. I had a good time. This was a lot of fun, and I'll catch you spiritual homies later. If you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com, where there's also a link to my Etsy shop where you get my fabulous bracelets, my room and body sprays, my special Goddess of the Rose beauty salve, which I make straight from my garden, and my other healing salves, and my Wally's World Oracle. And that's it from me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken. Peace out.